Hey there YouTube, this is Steve Groller with DaBrian Marketing, and this week we want to do something a little bit different. Last week I wrote up a post on our blog entitled The 5 W's of Mobile Advertising, and that post really served as a response to the overwhelming amount of information that's been popping up surrounding mobile advertising. So we decided that with all that information flying around that it was really time to take a step back and get down to some basics. So we came up with the 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, and why of mobile marketing. And the aim of this video is to add a little bit of supplemental material to that blog post. So we're going to hash out some details that might have been left out and clear things up to give a little bit more perspective. So the first thing we wanted to do was to provide a little bit of context and background to where the blog kind of came from. And when we looked at the data available, there were some pretty striking numbers in favor of mobile advertising. The first point you'll see here is that mobile web traffic is expected to surpass traditional desktop internet traffic by 2015. That's only 2 years from now, and that's a pretty clear indication of where internet traffic is headed. The second point here, from 2010 to 2015, mobile marketing ad spend is projected to sextuple, that's increased by 6 times, to approximately $56 billion with a B. And what this data really boils down to is twofold. One, it really seems like mobile will be the next frontier, so to speak, for advertising and communication and consumer behavior. And it also is an indication of where consumers are spending their time. They're more comfortable with their mobile devices, going online, and using them for a variety of everyday tasks. That includes banking and shopping and performing product research. So before they're even ready to buy, they're doing their research with mobile devices, and that's really where this blog kind of came from. This data that we're talking about is everywhere. Everyone's talking about the future of marketing and how mobile is playing a huge part in that, but nobody really came in with a high-level overview of how mobile works and what tactics to use and how to go about marketing on these devices. So as you'll see, the main goal of that blog post really was to explain mobile in a way that everyone at any level of an organization could understand. Because without that initial knowledge, you won't be able to make the best decision you can. It's one thing to jump on the mobile bandwagon just because everyone else is doing it, but that really doesn't say much for the results you gain from it or the return you'd see from your investment. So now we've arrived at the 5 W's themselves. Once again, you can find this blog and a bunch of other posts at www.dabrianmarketing.com/blog, and I'll also put a link to the post in the show notes. So we have the first W here, who, and that refers to the growing mobile audience. And as we all know, with marketing, audience is everything. One thing to mention here is that a few years ago there really was no buzz surrounding mobile like there is today, and mobile commerce was a rarity. You have senior marketing executives from commerce sites like eBay saying that nearly 1/3 of the purchases made are from mobile devices now. So that really is a testament to the amount of volume that mobile can contribute to. For the second portion of the post, the what aspect of mobile marketing, we outlined a few marketing tactics that can be optimized for mobile devices, and this included search engine optimization, because you really have to think of these devices as little computers. Devices like the iPhone and various tablets offer the same functionality as desktop computers, just on a smaller scale. But the same marketing elements come into play here, and that includes SEO, and that includes web design and creating an optimized user experience, paid search. A lot of consumers do their searching for products and services on mobile devices. There's also a lot of mobile-specific tactics to take into consideration, like the use of QR codes, promotions via text messages, mobile coupons. Mobile apps are a real big one. But the biggest problem with getting started with any of these tactics is staying informed and staying up to date. And that really incorporates the when portion of this blog. But once you've done the research and gotten that basic understanding, it's really just a matter of figuring out what you can capitalize on right now, what aligns best with your business, and keeping an eye out on trends for the future. But where exactly will all this information lead you? For one, it'll give you a lot of insight into consumer behaviors, especially for your target audience. In our post, we took a broad perspective to this, and overall, a lot of consumers are a lot more comfortable using their devices, like I said, and many people have no problem doing a broad range of activities on their mobile devices, from just checking up on social media, shopping, like I said, and even more secure actions like doing banking and finances. So while our approach to the where W of mobile advertising was very broad, just keep in mind that it will differ with your business and will be much more specific to your target audience. So that brings us to the final question, why? Is mobile marketing really worth it in the end? To put it simply, like I said in the blog post, the data behind everything is really too compelling to just ignore. The fact is that mobile really is on the rise, and it's in a great position to provide a new communication medium for businesses to better connect with their customers and increase their current reach. One final thing that I do want to talk about that I didn't really get to mention in the blog were some key takeaways. First off, if you haven't guessed it by now, mobile really is in a position to be the next big thing for marketing. Second, people tend to forget that tablets are mobile as well, and this also lends to the fact that mobile as a term is subject to change as new technologies come out and more devices are introduced. And that leads into the next point, that it's really important to get educated on mobile if you aren't already, and stay informed if you are, because as we've seen, a lot can change in a few years and even a few months. And finally, all the buzz around mobile, if it's taught us anything, is that now's the best time to start. This could mean doing some research, weighing your business's options, or even starting your own campaigns, because it looks like the mobile revolution is here to stay. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up or leave us a comment below. And once again, the link to the original blog post will be in the show notes.